had a precept for you.
I still got that Jeremiah 5 though.
Yeah, you can bring that out, Rob.
Jeremiah 25, verse 12. And it shall come to pass when 70 years are accomplished that I will punish the king of Babylon. And that nation saith, the Lord Jehovah Shemiyawashah, for their iniquity and the land of the Chaldeans, I will make a perpetual desolation. It just say, and I will bring upon the land all my words which I have pronounced against it, even all that is written in this book which Jeremiah hath prophesied against all the nations.
You can skip down to where it's talking about passing the cup of fury.
Yeah.
That's what we
Yeah.
Babylonian captivity, man.
That's that 15. I'm gonna get 14 real quick. It says, for many nations and great kings shall serve themselves of them also, and I will recompense them according to their deeds, according to the works of their own hands, which are like the unrighteous decrees.
God, and that's why I was saying he's gonna recompense, and when you look at recompense, that's payback. The Most High is about payback. That's why I say it's a just balance. It's a balance. If you do something, and he also said if you touch, he who touches a few touches the apple of his eye. So not only did you touch the apple of the Lord's eye, but anybody who did that function, who put us in slavery, who sold us, who basically who laughed at the time of our calamity, they got the same thing coming.
I mean, precept.
Yeah.
It's Lamentations 1 and 21. They have heard that I sign. There is no comfort. No, you know what? It's oh yeah. They have heard that I sign. There is none to comfort me. All my enemies have heard of my trouble. They are glad that thou hast done it. They will bring the day. Thou will bring the day that thou hast called, and shall be like unto me. Right. So in the days of our trouble, all our enemies was glad that they done it. Man. They say raise it.
Oh,
you know. Oh, you got that?
All right, Psalms 137 and 7. Remember, O Lord, the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it, even to the foundation thereof.
Yep. Meaning, tear it down, kill them. You know, get them. You know how these Edomites says, raise it, kill them, destroy them.
Like those picnics.
Yeah.
Probably like what they were saying.
Hang them.
All right, so and there was this thing in Philadelphia, like called Philly Freedom Summer. All right, and it was for this guy named, if you know guys who know who Mumia Abu Jamal is. He was this guy. He was like a Black Panther or whatever. He was accused of killing a cop. Whether he did it or not, we don't know. But like every summer, like they had this thing in Philly for him. All right, and they had this like one chant, like brick by brick, wall by wall, we're gonna free Mumia Abu Jamal. All right, within those fucking like Hell's Angels. With that organization, you have to be an Edomite in order to join it. All right, but they were like counter protesting, and they were saying like brick by brick, wall by wall, we're gonna fry Mumia Abu Jamal. All right, so that they have those like types of like chants like against our people.
So First Maccabees chapter 2 verse 10. It says, what nation hath not had a part in her kingdom and gotten her of her spoils, and her ornaments are taken away? Of a free woman she is become a bondslave, and behold, our sanctuary, even our beauty and our glory is laid waste, and the Gentiles have profaned it.
All right, every single nation. All right, you can all right, in the book of Genesis. All right, first it was like Elam with Abraham and Lot. All right, then it goes all the way to all right, the time of Judges. Like the point I'm trying to, like every single nation, like out in like the table of nations outside of the 12 tribes oppressed us somehow at some point. All right, then it was the Moabites during the time of Judges. All right, the Egyptians, Philistines, the sons of Mizraim, like all the Hamites. All right, the water. All right,
lift it up a little bit higher.
All right, they're the ones who cut off, like the so-called Japanese. They're the ones who cut off like those like beards and all that. The Syrians, they were like brutal. All right, like Elam, the like Persian Empire, all right, the Ishmael, with the transatlantic slave trade, all right, and even the fact that Ishmael was talking shit about Isaac, all right, whether it was like a little offense or a large offense, the Lord's going to make all these nations pay, all right, for what they did.
That's right. This is Obadiah, verse 11. And the day that thou stoodest over the other side, and the day that the strangers carried away captive his forces, and foreigners enter into his gates and cast lots upon Jerusalem, even thou was as one of them. For thou shouldest not have looked on the day of thy brother, and the day that he became a stranger. Neither shouldest thou have rejoiced over the children of Judah in the day of their destruction. Neither shouldest thou have spoken proudly in the day of distress. So basically, every time we fell, they couldn't wait for us to fall. In every captivity, we basically made these other nations prosper and stuff like that. And also, all the prophets came out of Israel. So they was glad we couldn't prophesy against them no more. We ain't know who we was. And in Psalms, what's that, 83? Psalms 83, they all were confederate against us. They came basically so that the name of Israel may be no more. Basically, if you make them forget who they are, if you strip them of their nationality, we can't perform our job. We can't prophesy against them.
Hey, that's how you know it goes back to nationality. Because me and the Ak was talking about that last night, man. Because in the book of Jonah, when he was on the ship, man, when he tried to he was supposed to go to Nineveh and to warn the people, man, all right, to stop their foolishness. And he wanted to go to Tarshish or something like that on the ship, right? And the wave was rocking that bitch, throwing it around, and they was praying to their gods and stuff. And they was like, hold on, where the other dude who hopped on with us, man, where he at?
Where that Israelite?
Yeah, they brought him up, they interrogated him, man, like, hey, what's your occupation, man? What you do, man? He's like, matter of fact, what's your nationality, man? All right, because that's how you know it comes back to that.
What people are you?
Asking him what people was he, man. He was like, oh, Hebrew, man. Yeah, it's me. The Lord, you fucked me all up because of me. Yeah,
it's basically just like the Egyptians, how they was trying to hurry up and get us the fuck out of there because our power was fucking them up. And then that's when they came after us. But basically, you cast us out from before they face. They feel like shit. Basically, ain't no harm gonna come to them. That's how they feel. But shit, I got this. Go ahead.
This is Psalms 83:1. Keep not thou silent, O God, hold not thy peace, and be not still, O God. The name is Yahweh, Hashem Yahushua. For lo, thy enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consorted against thy hidden ones.
And that's where the whole byword thing, them switching our nationality through slavery and stuff like that. Basically, they ain't want us to know we as Israelites. Now, when you go to the movie Roots, how they basically beat Kunta until he submitted and said his name was Toby. That's the type of tactic they use against us. They basically beat our nationality out of us that way. Basically, if you don't know you a prince of power, shit, you're gonna be subject to be a peasant. You're gonna be a servant. Right. You're not gonna be exalting yourself as that ruling class.
They took our native tongue, which is real important. They took the Hebrew from us. They taught the northern tribe Spanish. You know, like this brother here, he's cool. He is Zebulon, so they taught the northern tribe Spanish, and they taught the southern tribe basically English. You know, so they took our tongue. So now we really ain't, you know, we really ain't know what's going on.
We can't communicate with each other.
Yeah, and that's how you trace your lineage back also. So they basically put it to where the furthest point in our history they actually taught us was we were slaves. They never taught you anything before that in school besides you was a slave. Because that's that condition they want you to always look back on. That's how they always want you to feel that's your lot. They want you to think of yourself as a slave.
It's more on there.
Okay.
verse 4, still in Psalms 83. They have said, come, let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance.
That's why you have a lot of Jake. He talk about I'm African American and shit like that. But then you ask them where they from in Africa and they look stuck because they can't tell you. Because they got stripped.
Ethiopia?
Right. They all. That's why they all dumbass all want to say Egypt.
Well, a lot of them know
that.
like Western Africa. A lot of them find out that they're like Nigerian, like Hebrew or Bantu, or Yoruba. Yeah.
They just want to say I'm African.
Yeah,
and the first place they know of in Africa is Egypt. Like nigga, everybody who say they African think they Egypt.
Hey, Salat, but did y'all see that video on the West Coast Camp Ancient of Days page where the Hamite was bragging about how they used to eat us and shit? Y'all saw that?
I sent it to me. I seen it.
Yeah, them niggas want to be Africans. Africans used to cook us and eat us. Some fucking heathens, man. Yeah.
Y'all to eat y'all. Don't you know we African? We do that. We eat heads and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like cannibalism.
Sick motherfuckers, man.
That's why they gonna pay, but they know the higher ups of that land. They know they wrongdoings that they did against us.
Yeah, and they know we not African.
Yeah, I got a quick precept. Well, let me finish what you gave me, which is Jeremiah 25 and 15. It says this: For thus saith the Lord Jehovah Shemel Shach, power of Israel, unto me take the wine cup of this fury at my hand, and cause all the nations to whom I send thee to drink it. And they shall drink and be moved and be mad because of the sword that I will send among them. So that was just finishing up with the brother I had, you know what I'm saying? That's the Lord basically giving them a recompense for what they have wrought against us. And this coincides right with it. This is Zechariah chapter 1 verse 15. And I am very sore displeased with the heathen that are at ease, for I was but a little displeased, and they helped forward the affliction. Because, you know, like you said, they touched the apple of his eye, and they kind of go into that. But long story short, like the brother had said, what nation have not played a role, basically, in our demise. It says, verse 16, Therefore, thus saith the Lord, Jehovah Hashem, Yahweh Shah, I am returned to Jerusalem with mercies. My house shall be built in it, saith the Lord of hosts, and a line shall be stretched forth upon Jerusalem. Cry yet saying, Thus saith the Lord of hosts, my cities through prosperity shall yet be spread abroad, and the Lord shall yet comfort Zidon, and shall yet choose Jerusalem. So at the end of the day, you see that the Lord is only dealing with one nation of people, and that's these 12 tribes on this chart right here, man. And like he said, he was a little displeased, but they forwarded the affliction. So he gonna turn up on these devils. So it's not really you gonna get double, it's quadruple, because you double our affliction. You know? The brother said you forward it. So you double up on us. So we gonna double up on you, man. No?
Long story short, they did the most. They did more than they had, so they went above and beyond just to be that extra wicked, just to be just out of spite. You feel me? I'm gonna switch it up a little bit, kind of going to the fleet Babylon, because you have
Yeah, just you good.
You got a lot of jakes that's still joined into them, and that's scared to separate themselves from these Edomites and from this society. You feel me? Somebody get Deuteronomy 7 and 6. That's actually one of our whole purposes is to be separate from everybody else. So even in this society where you taught, or where they pushing that philosophy of everybody being equal, everybody coming together, the Most High says different. He wants you to be different from everybody else, to separate yourself from everybody else. And that's the whole point of receiving a covenant. That covenant makes us different from everybody else. No matter what land you in, you're still supposed to be keeping a covenant with the Most High.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 6. For thou art a holy people unto Yahweh, thy power, and Yahweh.
Now the word holy means separate or set apart. So you're supposed to be separate from everybody else. Like for instance, the law, statutes, and commandments make you different from everybody else. when you got the big ass ox beard and you don't shave, you stand out from everybody. Right, when you have the words of blue in the fringes, you stand out from everybody else. So you're supposed to physically as well as spiritually stand out from everybody else.
And then it goes like deeper. You're not doing like the same things as like everybody else. Like a lot to even like some of my friends like in the world, like they would always like talk about like running a train on somebody and shit like that. Right? Yeah, like Eiffel Tower and things like that. They don't think that there's anything wrong with that.